65% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck right now. That includes men making six figures. 42% of Americans don't have an emergency fund, and 49% can't afford a $1,000 emergency without going into debt. But here's the real kicker. 33% of men in the US have practically nothing saved. Meanwhile, the median retirement savings for Americans in their 40s is $217,005, which sounds good until you realize that won't even last 5 years in retirement. This isn't about your paycheck. It's about 5 behavioral traps that keep high-earning men broke. I'm about to expose every single one. And if you're under 35, the next 10 minutes will determine whether you become financially free or financially trapped by the time you hit age 40. Here's what I call the wealth test, and it's brutally simple. By age 40, do you have 25 times your annual expenses saved and invested? If you spend $60,000 a year, you need $1.5 million. If you spend $80,000, you need $2 million. This isn't some get-rich-quick fantasy. This is the mathematical foundation for financial independence. Pass this test, and you can potentially stop working by 55, maybe even 50. You'll have options: freedom, security for your family. Fail this test, and you're trapped. You'll work until you're 65, 70, maybe until your body gives out. You'll stress about every major expense. You'll never truly feel secure. Here's the brutal reality. Less than 10% of men pass this test. And before you blame it on income, I've analyzed the financial patterns of over 500 men between ages 25 and 45. Some of the biggest failures were high earners. Some of the biggest successes started with modest incomes. The difference comes down to 5 specific behavioral traps that destroy wealth faster than you can build it. Most men don't even realize they're falling into them until it's too late. But once you know these traps, you can avoid them completely. Trap number 1. The success tax. The moment men start earning good money, they immediately reward themselves with lifestyle upgrades. It feels logical. You work hard, you deserve nice things, right? Meet Mike. At 28, he was making $55,000 and saving $400 a month. By 32, he'd climbed to $95,000. But instead of saving $1,200 a month, he was saving nothing. The nicer apartment added $800. The car lease added $450. The dining out, the clothes, the gadgets, it all felt justified. Mike thought he was winning because his income doubled. In reality, his wealth-building capacity went to zero. For years of prime earning potential, completely wasted. That $400 monthly savings habit, compounded over those 4 years, would have been worth $300,000 by retirement. Instead, he has debt payments. Trap number 2. The provider prison. Men are wired to be providers, so we feel obligated to financially support everyone around us instead of building our own wealth. We say yes to every request because saying no feels selfish. Take David. Makes $120,000, but can barely save $200 a month. Why? He's sending $800 monthly to help his parents with their mortgage. He co-signed his brother's $35,000 car loan. He's covering his girlfriend's student loan payments, another $450 monthly. When his buddy's business needed a quick loan of $15,000, David emptied his emergency fund. David thinks he's being a good man, a good provider. But he's sacrificing his financial future for people who should handle their own responsibilities. That $1,250 monthly going to others should be going to investments. Over 20 years, that's $677,000 in lost wealth. Meanwhile, the people he's helping aren't building wealth either. They're becoming dependent on his generosity. David's provider mentality is keeping everyone poor. Trap number 3. The status stack. Men compete through possessions. The watch, the car, the gadgets, all designed to signal success while keeping you broke. Every dollar spent on status is a dollar not building actual wealth. Consider James. Makes $85,000, but spends $1,800 monthly on status. $650 car payment, $400 on clothes and accessories, $300 on the latest tech, $450 on expensive dinners and bars to maintain his image. That's $21,600 per year on depreciating assets and experiences that vanish. Invested at 8% annual returns, that money becomes $58,000 in 10 years. $126,000 in 20 years. James is literally trading a six-figure retirement fund for temporary social validation. Trap number 4. The single stream syndrome. 90% of men rely on job income alone. No side business, no investments, no alternative revenue streams. When that single stream gets disrupted, they're finished. Look at Robert. $110,000 salary, great benefits, living comfortably. Then his company downsized. 6 months later, he's burning through credit cards to pay his mortgage. No emergency fund because he thought his job was secure. No investment income. No side hustle. Just panic. Robert had 12 years of high earnings to build multiple income streams. Instead, he built a lifestyle dependent on one paycheck. Now he's 42, starting over, competing with younger candidates, and his confidence as a provider is shattered. Trap number 5. The time thief. This is the deadliest trap because it's invisible until it's too late. Men think they have time. I'll start investing seriously at 35. At 40, when I make 6 figures. But compound interest doesn't wait for your timeline. Meet Tom and Alex, both 25. Tom starts investing $500 monthly immediately. Alex waits until 35 to start investing $1,000 monthly, double Tom's amount. By age 65, Tom has $1.37 million. Alex has $679,000. Tom invested $120,000 total. Alex invested $360,000 total. Alex invested 3 times more money, but ended up with half the wealth. That 10-year delay cost Alex nearly $700,000. Every year you wait isn't just 1 year lost. It's decades of compound growth vanishing forever. But here's what completely shattered my assumptions about wealth. The men who look the most successful are often the most broke. I discovered what I call the reverse wealth indicator. 61% of people earning over $250,000 drive Hondas, Toyotas, and Fords, not luxury cars. Meanwhile, 40% of luxury car owners can't afford to keep their expensive cars for more than 4 years. Think about that. The guy in the BMW lease? He's statistically more likely to be living paycheck to paycheck than the guy in the 10-year-old Camry. The watch thing blew my mind even more. Bill Gates wears a $70 Casio. Mark Zuckerberg doesn't even wear a watch. Meanwhile, guys making $80,000 are financing $15,000 Rolexes and calling it an investment. Here's the brutal truth. Luxury items are status signals for people who don't have real wealth. Actual millionaires don't need to prove anything to anyone. But here's the most shocking discovery. Financial transformation doesn't take decades. It happens fast. The men who escape these traps see dramatic changes within 2 to 3 years, not 20 to 30 years. Because once you stop bleeding money on status and start redirecting it toward assets, compound growth accelerates rapidly. The difference between financially free and financially trapped isn't time or income, it's behavior. And behavior can change immediately. Every single one of these 5 traps can be systematically dismantled. Once you see them for what they are, wealth destroyers disguised as success markers, you can't unsee them. Here's exactly how to escape these traps and pass the wealth test by 40. 3 simple phases that fix everything we just talked about. Phase 1. Stop the bleeding. Month 1. Add up every monthly payment that doesn't make you money. Car payments, subscriptions, anything that screams "look at me." If it's over 20% of your paycheck, cut it in half. One guy dropped his car payment from $650 to $280 and canceled $120 in subscriptions. That's $490 monthly, almost $6,000 per year, going toward wealth instead of status. Phase 2. Multiple money streams. Months 2 to 12, your job income alone won't make you wealthy. You need a second income source. Freelance what you already know. If you're good at your day job, someone will pay you to do it on weekends. Start small, $500 extra per month, then scale up. Or find a simple service business. Pressure washing, lawn care, anything people need done. Start with $500 monthly, grow it to $2,000. Goal: add $1,500 monthly in extra income within 1 year. Phase 3. The 10-10-10 rule, starting month 6. This is stupidly simple but powerful. 10% of your gross income goes to retirement accounts. 10% goes to regular investments. 10% goes to real estate or business opportunities. Making $80,000? That's $8,000 into each bucket every year. Non-negotiable. Follow this for 2 years and your net worth will double. Follow it for 5 years and you'll be on track to pass the wealth test. Real example, Marcus, age 30, making $70,000, had $8,000 saved. Year 1, cut $400 monthly in status spending, added $1,200 in freelance income year 3. Net worth hit $95,000 year 6. Net worth over $400,000. Same job, same salary, different choices. The difference between wealthy and broke isn't complicated. Stop spending money to look rich. Start investing money to become rich. It's that simple. Look, I can show you the path, but I can't walk it for you. The men who build real wealth take action today, not tomorrow. Right now, before you watch another video, calculate your true net worth. Assets minus debts. Write it down. That number will either motivate you or terrify you. Both reactions are useful. Next week, I'm revealing the exact investment strategy that took a 28-year-old from $15,000 in debt to $300,000 in assets in just 4 years. It's not index funds, it's not real estate, and it's definitely not what your financial advisor will tell you. This strategy is only profitable for the next 18 months due to market conditions, so you won't want to miss it. Drop a comment with your age, and tell me which of these 5 traps hit closest to home. I read every comment, and I'll give you specific advice for your exact situation. Whether you're 25 and just starting or 38 and feeling behind, there's a playbook for your position. If this video just gave you a financial wake-up call, hit subscribe. I'm posting the exact strategies, tools, and mindsets that separate the 10% who build wealth from the 90% who stay broke. This isn't feel-good advice. This is the blueprint the wealthy actually use. Remember, the wealth test isn't about perfection. It's about direction. Every wealthy person started with a single decision to stop making excuses and start making moves. The clock is ticking. Your financial future is in your hands.